Turkey Day prep and dig into hot topics on The View. Off the table? From the presidential race to the Israel-Hamas war to the fight for reproductive rights, are there hot topics that are definitely not topics you want to dig into on Thanksgiving? Or is there a recipe for making tough conversations easier to swallow? Then, JoJo Siwa talks about being dubbed the problem child of the reality competition show Special Forces World's Toughest Task. Plus, four-legged fashionista and internet superstar Tika the Iggy. And the co-hosts are feasting on pre-game Thanksgiving treats served up by Food Network super chef Carla Hall. Here come Hot Topics with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Anna Navarro, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Alyssa Farah Griffin. Now, let's get things started.
With a kale pesto. We make greens for Thanksgiving. I know you don't like greens.
No, I appreciate it.
But I love kale for Thanksgiving, so I decided to take some kale and make it into a pesto. Okay?
Nice.
For dinner with the sweet and cheese.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
There's no alcohol in here.
No, there's no alcohol.
Oh, I like it, though.
That is an apple cider Cosmo.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Throw
it
some
has
vodka in
apple
your-
cider. You can throw some vodka in there if you want. I don't drink. So apple cider, apple cider vinegar, cranberry juice.
It's so good.
These are treating us through all the show with different things. Lots of appetizers all day, right? All
That's
through
right.
the show.
So we're doing all of these appetizers, and we're not going to redo Thanksgiving. You're going to have Thanksgiving.
Right.
This is going to be pizzazz.
Okay.
That was
So viewers at home, be sure to check out our website for the delicious recipes you're going to see soon. Carla, thank you. We can't wait to see what you bring out next.
You're welcome.
And just in time for the holidays, the View's official season 27 mug that you can see on the Hot Topics table every morning is now available for pre-sale. So go to our website to find out how you can get yourself one. Because people really love this. They've been looking, and because we haven't had our faces on for so long,
I know.
people are happy to see that we're back on the mug. So if you want a mug, you can pre-order and get yourself a mug.
exactly.
Tomorrow, millions of Americans across the country will be across the table from relatives who see the world a bit differently than they may. And right now, this country's so divided on issues like the Israel-Hamas war and the fact that we're heading into an election year. Has anybody figured out either how to avoid having the conversations, or do you just jump right in?
I believe you just talk politics at all events like this.
Really?
This is a perfect time to bring up where the country's going. Make sure you have all your facts. Make sure you have your ammunition and be calm. No carving knives on the table. That
tradition either.
To me, they always say never talk about politics or religion. There's nothing more interesting than those two topics, except maybe sex.
Add that to the Thanksgiving table talk.
You can't talk about sex in front of your parents. It's gross.
Yeah.
We don't. So I say bring up Trump, bring it up, and educate your relatives who don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, that didn't go well in my family. It went very poorly. A person got thrown out of another family member's home, and so we then tried the following year. These are the Trump years. The following year, we decided to have a room. Offshoot room for people to be able to talk,
like an
instead of
emotional,
kind of
support room.
So instead of infecting the whole Thanksgiving dinner, that bled out into the dinner, and then that didn't work, and so now no politics are on the table is my rule.
I feel like when you're with family, for us, that time is so precious that we're looking at what we have in common, not what there's enough division and you can pass it on the street every day. For us, it's that moment where we really get to be together and catch up and love. The second it goes that way, I think people end up getting kicked out, and that's
give thanks for the.
But I think you go into Thanksgiving. We have a family chat where there's a lot of political differences, and we talk about politics all the time. But we have a rule: no offense taken in this chat. It is a no offense taken zone, and I think that's how people should approach Thanksgiving if you're going to talk about politics.
I gotta say, working in politics in a deeply unpopular White House, spending that over Thanksgiving dinner, the number of I'm open to kind of a disagreeable, like to Joy's point, let's actually talk about the facts and have a discourse. That's valuable. What I never loved was when people had ideas like, listen, I know how to solve COVID. The Middle East, I've got it. Like your crazy uncle thinks he's got all the answers.
What are you having dinner with what's his name? Jared Kushner.
So I think you can have an honest dialogue if there's respect, but nobody's going there wanting to have that
But a
conversation.
lot of people are also drinking, and I don't think the most productive conversations happen, and I am one of those examples.
Same.
I'm not my most brilliant self a couple glasses of wine in, so just like, I don't
By the way, I beg to differ. I've been with you when you were a couple of glasses of wine, and it was
those were
when you were at your
martinis.
best.
I'm amazing with martinis.
We'll be right back. Yes, I must say I'm still a little peckish. I like the look of this. What is this?
Yeah, so it is a chicken and apple meatball with a late harvest chimichurri. So all of those spices, the herbs that you have, like mint and rosemary and sage and parsley, you already bought it for your turkey and stuff. It's right there.
Ooh, nice.
It is delicious.
Thank you. So tell me something. Can we not talk about sex at the Thanksgiving?
You can't.
You want to?
It might be the only safe topic these days.
Hey, at my age, you need to talk about it because you're not doing it.
I don't know where you've been hanging out, Carla, but you could come hang with me. I'll tell you what we can talk about. Now, political arguments are not the only trouble you can get into at the Thanksgiving Day table. So Huffington Post asked etiquette experts for tips on proper behavior, including, should you show up on time? Yes! Should you prepare any dish you're bringing beforehand so you don't invade the kitchen?
Yes.
That's an idea. Shouldn't assume that you could just put your fingers all up in my leftovers. Don't do that. Anything in the list speak to you? All
That
kinds
one
of
speaks
people.
to me. I have a family member.
Don't you?
I hope they're not watching. That family member comes with Tupperware and puts the food into the Tupperware before we sit down.
What? Oh, assuming it's a leftover?
Is that the same one that got kicked out?
I cannot confirm or
Okay,
deny that.
okay.
I just think that's rude.
Before everyone eats, that's so rude.
Like putting things aside.
But otherwise, bringing your own Tupperware for your leftovers is actually quite polite, I think. I used to always go home, and then my parents would be mad that I was stealing all their Tupperware with my leftovers.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. Bring
You will never get Tupperware back.
Yeah, we'll get it back.
Oh,
I think as long as you're not pulling it out in advance, because you do end up
You
like,
get Tupperware back. I bring Tupperware back when you give me
and you
cookies.
gave Joy hers back.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
You are.
But I think it's nice on the end of a huge meal to have some people willing to take some of the leftovers so things don't go bad.
I do like that,
Yeah.
but you've got to do it after.
Well, I don't know who this person is. But there's another one here. Hostinified. Hanging around too long after dinner. Like, know when to let yourself out. You've had a couple glasses of wine.
Yeah.
Talk for a bit, but then go home.
Yeah, but when you have
Overstaying your
glasses of
welcome.
wine, that's when it all sounds good. Like, let's stay
Honest to
longer.
goodness, I don't care if you sleep in my house. You don't have to leave at any moment. But what you do have to do is RSVP.
Yes,
If
yeah.
you show up to my house with more people than you told me were coming,
Sorry, Anne.
if you RSVP, if you don't RSVP, I'm mad.
I apologize.
If you, but I'm even more mad if you RSVP'd and don't show up. Because
Oh, yeah.
I think there's different people have different types of Thanksgiving. You know, some people have very casual Thanksgiving. Everybody grabs a plate, sits wherever, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I am fancy. And I like place settings, and I like name cards, and you want mine, baby?
You can have mine.
No, I'm very happy. You like place cards. I was listening.
Okay. She's fancy too.
She's very fancy.
I'm very fancy.
She wrote an entire book about fancy hosts.
I like this stuff.
So don't you get irritated when somebody...
No, you know what? I know this is going to sound crazy, but over the years, I used to throw parties all the time, and a lot of different things make people not RSVP. A lot of different things. Well, sometimes if you send to email and you think it's them, and it's not, or it goes into junk and they don't know that you've, there are so many things that happen. And it's the same with people being late. You know, you try to be on time, and then, you get into this traffic here, and you can't get where you're going. So I try to be really good. The only time it's bad is if you're rude to my guests. If other guests are rude to other guests, I don't like that. You're at my house. If you don't like them, then walk over there.
I'll tell you
Don't be crappy to them.
What makes you not RSVP? Being born Hispanic. Honestly, it's a thing. It's like I have to be calling people and saying, do you know what RSVP means?
We'll be right back. Gee, I feel like I'm still not full enough. Hey, Carla.
I could do this all day long, let me tell you. These are butternut squash arancini. They are fried to crispy goldenness. They're vegetarian. They're hearty. I love seeing your mouth hanging open. So just enjoy, like a little bit of cheese. What?
Thank you.
Arancini are those fried rice, Italian balls, right?
Yeah, fried rice. See?
These balls are amazing.
Yes, enjoy.
Where's the butternut squash part?
It's inside. You see that? There's right there.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, it's delicious, Carla.
Okay. All right. You're welcome. Thank you.
All of Carla's recipes are on our website, so you can check them all out. Carla, we'll see you in a minute.
For dessert.
Apparently.
I don't even like butternut squash, and this is delicious.
Yeah, Carla does not mess around.
I could walk away from a butternut squash in a second.
Yeah,
But not these red
Not
balls.
this.
this is different.
So apparently, more millennials are opting to avoid holiday celebrations altogether by going on solo vacations instead. And they're not the only ones, because apparently 45% of Americans say they consider that. Would y'all?
So, yes, and I love this for millennials. I think that as a generation, millennials and Gen Z have kind of grown up when we talk more about mental health and we're bigger about setting boundaries for ourselves. And I think that we've embraced, if going home for Thanksgiving is going to trigger you, it's going to upset you, do something else. That's okay. I love it. I have so many, mostly single girlfriends, I will say, but who this Thanksgiving, they're just traveling somewhere. That's what they want to do. They don't want the pressure of going home and being asked, when are you getting married? When are you having a baby? I love it.
Can you imagine how hideous they must feel about their families that they would travel on the worst day of the year to travel? The worst time of the year is right now to get on a plane, and they're all leaving.
Thanks, Joy. I'm going from here to the airport.
But that's how much they really can't stand to be with their family.
Well, I just think for the holidays, I went away to school, so and then I lived far away. The only time I see my family is if I get home for those holidays. So I can't imagine giving one of them up. I remain triggered, so it's not that I don't deal with that too.
You
But you know, you also we're talking like if everybody has a perfect family, right? There's a lot of people who have difficult
Did you not hear
family
my trigger
dynamics.
part?
You got a great family.
No, I do.
I mean, it's like you're definitely you have. There's people who have abusive parents.
Yeah,
There's people who go through all sorts of things, and I think travel is a nice thing to do. I'm traveling this Thanksgiving not because I have an abusive family, but because it's a nice, like it's a nice time for Al and I to get away alone and have a few days off. So
I don't like that.
Oh, I love it.
I would die if like my kids wouldn't come home and my friends wouldn't come home.
You better be prepared to die.
It's like my favorite holiday. It's my favorite holiday. Not only do we have Thanksgiving dinner, the very next day we have the Thanksgiving snack down where all my friends come with their leftovers and we have a huge competition.
What about their friends?
Their friends come as well.
But what happens if they're away at school?
No.
And they have to,
But
you have to
don't forget, and Anna makes a good point, not everyone is always blessed with a great family situation.
Well,
so
we
you
have
can
a great
I want to come to your family Thanksgiving, but not everyone has it. So creating your own memories, I think, is a very healthy thing. We sometimes forget that during the holidays. Everyone's like, go home, it's going to be great.
The only thing I want to remind people is that you never know when the last holiday will be.
That's true.
And so, if you don't get home, call home.
Call home.
Because you...
That wasn't me.
Somebody just called me.
Somebody's trying to call you.
Oh my God, was that Janet?
That wasn't me. E.T. call home. But
It's important to remember that because you will find yourself sometimes in a position and you think, damn, I should have just... Don't beat yourself up.
Yes.
You can't see the future. If you can get home and it's a good situation, go home.
Yeah.
And if you're not able to, make sure you call. Just call. I know it's a pain in the behind, but just it takes 2 minutes.
You can
and
FaceTime
they'll be happy to
now.
see you.
Well, some people can't afford to go home. There's people who are going to be staying because they're first responders and they have to, because they can't go home
That's
because
why I say call.
they don't have the money.
Yeah.
No, but if you're hosting a Thanksgiving and you know of somebody that can't afford to go home, invite them to your home.
Y'all can come to my house.
I might be coming.
You shouldn't have said that.
Apparently, we'll be right back.
Holiday shopping's right around the corner. Good thing 7 on your side can save you money and stress. From Black Friday frenzy to Cyber Monday madness. Score top deals this season.
Watch 7 on your side's holiday shopping guide. Thanksgiving Day at 12:30 on Channel 7.
Last night, I made a wish on a star, and the star answered.
With such power, I can do anything. Disney's Wish. Rated PG. Now playing only in theaters.
We've got questions about Medicare plans.
Well, we've got a lot of answers. How can I help?
Well, for starters, do you have a Medicare plan? Our petition show Special Forces World's Toughest Test. Take a look.
Who are you?
My name's JoJo.
Jojo what?
JoJo Siwa.
Siwa?
Yeah.
Looks a little bit arrogant, but I suspect that's a normal demeanour, rather.
Yeah, she's confident.
We'll build a trust. We'll build a bond.
You reckon?
Hopefully. When people first meet me, in my head, they are judging everything about me.
Have you got anything worth money?
I don't. Just this.
That's the money maker, then, is it?
Please welcome back JoJo Siwa.
Y'all, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for having me back.
Yay.
I haven't seen that clip yet from Forces, and so I'm a little like, it gets me excited too.
This was my favorite.
Yeah, the moneymaker.
Is that what I said? Did he ask if I had any money on me? And I said just this?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I remember it, but I mean, it was a blur.
Wow.
So, I don't know if you noticed it, but you walked out to your song, Nobody Can Change Me.
Yes.
Which was out in 2021.
Yes.
Now, it's about a strong girl fighting to be herself and all those good things that
Yeah.
you ladies today are writing about. So you've been in the business since you're 9 years old.
Yeah, it's been an 11-year
Yeah.
journey so far.
So how old are you now? You're 20 now?
20, yes.
20.
Okay.
I got hula hoops. I'm older than you. So how do you stay grounded in who you are? And I mean, in the business, a child, 9-year-old child in this industry is a nightmare, I think, for most kids.
I really do credit a lot to my family. I have incredible family, incredible friends. My mom and dad are not gonna let me get a big head ever. They're very good people. Y'all have met my mom.
Yes,
Most of you. She was here last time with me. Yeah, I really credit a lot to them. I think I really, truly do love what I do. And so I think growing up in this industry it was exactly the journey that was right for me. But it definitely, it's not made for kids. It's not. It's tough. And I think I was just the right kid and just the right type of human that it worked.
That Dance Moms was brutal.
It's brutal, yeah. And so I think if I would have been any other kid, it wouldn't have worked, you know?
You were just talking about your family. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So tell us, what goes on at the Siwa household for the holiday?
What goes on in my house? My mom is a dang good chef. That girl cooks a mean Thanksgiving. All her green bean casserole, her turkey, a lot of eating. A lot of eating goes down in my house on Thanksgiving. Just pure family time. Anybody who is chosen family is, of course, welcome as well. A lot of people that work for me in California, they're away from home. They don't have the ability to be able to go home. I heard y'all just talking about that. So, anyone who wants to come over is always welcome at the Siwa house.
Well, they're already going to Sunny.
Got it.
I just feel the same way.
Yeah, it's important.
Over.
It's important to make people feel welcome.
And fellowship. And the perfect holiday for that, too.
Yes.
But I heard you just got your first tattoo, and I can see it.
I did. The best part about it is I can't see it. I can never see it.
What does that mean? It says 1031.
Yes, so it's
birthday?
No, it has a lot of meanings. So
That's Halloween.
that is Halloween, yeah. But 1031 is how many days I was on my first concert tour for. 1031 days.
Oh my God.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then the tattoo's designed so that way it's 2 lines with an 03 in the middle. And the 3 in the middle is to represent my number on Special Forces. That's number 3.
Oh, wow.
I'm stuck with it for life.
I know. I was going to say, you're not getting rid of that. I think I have pictures of when you were getting it because one of our dear friends in his background, Raven Simone.
Raven
and
with her
her
white
wife.
Miranda.
Yeah, they were there as proud friends / mamas watching their babes
I
get.
call them my fairy godmothers.
Let's talk about Special Forces, because I saw one of the episodes. I was like, I'm a little jealous that you were able to do all of this. Like, I just thought it was so incredible. It's so challenging, physically and mentally.
Yeah.
The mental part is a big part of it. You were the youngest recruit there.
Yeah.
One of your directing staff from the show, DS, Javon Q. Quarles, who served for 15 years as a Navy SEAL, by the way, came to support you today. He's sitting in the
We
audience.
got DSQ here.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service and protecting our country.
He's a good one.
The DS on the shows are really tough, right? And they're also kind of like therapists, though, I noticed.
They are.
What was it like for you to open up while they were training you? And what do you think you learned about yourself?
It's interesting. I mean, we get taken away from everything we know. We were walking around, me and DSQ earlier, just in a holiday market here in New York. And, he was kind of seeing how everyone, JoJo Siwa, oh my God, it's JoJo Siwa, taking pictures, And I was like, now I think this is going to put into perspective for you, like how different that was for us to be away from our just complete, our lives, it's our normal, but then we go to an environment where it's just so far from.
For how long?
We were there for 8 days. So next week you'll see day 8. I think being ripped away though from everything we know, you just get stripped down to your core. I mean, you get stripped down to exactly the human that you are. Where, Tom Sandoval was there, and of course it was right as Scandoval was going on, and so he was, very in his head about a lot of things, and I told him all the time, I was like, Tom, none of us care here. Like that, no offense. Your problems are the least of our worries while we're here. And
Do you have are you able to look?
No. So you can't talk back home. You can't talk to family. None of it. You're away from everything. And so then when I finally talked to the DS and got pulled into interrogation, my first interview with the DS was on day 6, and I broke immediately, and I think it was just because I was at my lowest. And then I admitted things to DSQ and to DS Foxy that I had never said out loud to anyone before, not to my mom.
Like what? Say it now.
I mean, to say anything for me. They did air it. They did air it. Just about how my life on the outside, you know, you see it and you're like, whoa, that's awesome. But no one sees, you know, my insecurities. No one sees why I've been so hard on myself my whole life. People know I'm hard on myself, but they never really understood why. They never understood what it's like for me to go places. And, you know, I've kind of just been like a happy, positive ball of energy my whole life. And so it was finally the first time that I was like, look, if I'm being completely honest.
So the cast of Special Forces this season is so fun, and you've become inseparable from Nick Val and Tyler Cameron, who I love both from Bachelor Nation. But you also mentioned Tom Sandoval, who I've been very hard on over the past few months. But I was living for this viral video that we have of you with Tom Sandoval. I've got to ask you what's going on here. How did this come about?
So
Whoa. Yeah. That is Siwa strength right there.
Wow. That is. So,
That's a dancer right there.
Yeah.
Dancers can do that. Dancers can pick you up and take you anywhere.
Yeah. We had the two people that passed the task that we did right before that moment were our casualties. And we're about a mile away from base, and we had to actually carry them uphill to base. We had to carry their Bergens, and the Bergens themselves are 35 kilograms, so about 50, 60 pounds. Anyways, so Nick's carrying them, I'm carrying 3 Bergens, Aaron's carrying 3 Bergens, Jack's carrying 2 Bergens, and Tyler took off with Bodie. He just like yeeted Bodie up and like took off. So we have everything, and then Nick Vile was like, yo, like I can't carry him anymore. And I was like, all right, well, Jack ain't doing it, Aaron ain't doing it, Tyler's got Bodie. Come on, buddy, here we go. And something in my head was like, you can do this, you can carry Tom. And I picked him up and I was like, he's not.
I mean, that's a big...
We chugged along. At some point, you know, you do think there's going to be some sort of element of Hollywood. Like, I knew we weren't going to the Ritz after. I knew we weren't having craft services. But I thought, like, oh, we'll see craft services, but not be able to get to it. We'll see the earpiece in the DS's ear. There's no earpiece. No. There is no craft service in sight.
There's no playing out there. That's why I'm not on one.
No, it is no joke.
But I love seeing you do it.
Yeah.
I'm proud as hell of you.
Yeah.
Thanks to JoJo Siwa. Listen to JoJo Siwa now. Whenever you get your podcast, the finale of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, airs Monday night at 9 p.m. Check out your local listings, and if you think you could do it, you should watch it first. See if you really do.
Watch it before you sign up for it.
That's right. We'll be right back. Internet superstar who really kept my spirits up during the pandemic. I told everybody. And she has given millions of viewers a glimpse into her closet. Take a look.
I have so many cute outfits planned for this year that I couldn't wear. So I just wanted to show you. See this? I love it. I couldn't wear it. Love it. Couldn't wear it. Then there's this. Love it. Couldn't wear it. Love it. Couldn't wear it. And this was supposed to be my cute costume, but no.
Now she has added author to her resume with a new book, Tika the Iggy, Lessons in Life, Love, and Fashion. And she's joining us right now with her owner, Thomas Shapiro. Come on out. This floor is, first of all, the floor is slippery.
The floor is slippery.
The floor is slippery. Do you want to come up and talk to us?
Hi, Tika.
Shake.
Hola, Tika. Tú hablas español, ¿verdad? Close enough.
Yeah, of course she speaks French.
Now, you've been posting pictures of Tika for many years, but when you posted the clip we just showed in 2020, it went viral. I mean, people went nuts, including myself. Where did the idea come from, and why do you think so many people just loved it? Hi, honey. I'm so glad to meet you. I love it. Give me, can I? Ooh, good breath. Good breath. Nothing worse than bad breath. This is good. But what started started? What made you do this?
Yeah, so we found this. I mean, we've been running her account a few years prior to that. She's an Italian Greyhound, and for those who are not familiar with the breed, they get cold quite easily.
Yeah.
And we live in Montreal, Canada, so as you can imagine, the stereotypes are true. It snows a lot, it's cold, so she has a large wardrobe to begin with. And then we found this hilarious sound on TikTok, and I was like, Tika has not worn so many outfits this year because of the pandemic.
Right.
And then I think everyone was like, yeah, me too. So it just kind of took off from there, and everyone...
Living vicariously.
Exactly.
The first time I heard of Tika is because Whoopi sent me that viral clip, and she said, "This dog sounds like you."
Yeah.
You see this? I love it. Couldn't wear it. So, how did you come up with that voice? Tell us all about that clip.
Yeah, so that voice was a sound we found on TikTok by this amazing comedian. I think she's from Miami. But then...
Wait, that makes sense. That's what it's her burner.
There you go, Florida. But Tika's French-Canadian. She actually only understands French commands. And people couldn't get enough of her talking, so now she's been speaking almost 3 years online now with her French-Canadian accent.
She's so sophisticated. And listen, anytime that I get to meet big celebrities, I try to dress like them. So she's already twinning with Whoopi, and then I wore red just to try to fit in with you guys.
She looks like a cardinal.
Ready to go to the Vatican today.
Absolutely.
The outfits are incredible. She's been featured in Vogue, Forbes, sits front row at amazing fashion shows. She's walked the runway. What is her closet like? How many outfits are we talking at this point?
Yeah, so last time I counted, I think we're at over 400.
Having closet envy.
Yeah, that was just a small snippet of her room, which is actually a whole floor in our house now. It's full of Tika's clothing, fan art, trophies she's won, magazines she's been in. She's well-traveled, but she's still very humble, very down-to-earth.
I get that sense.
You know, well, along with raising Tika, you and your husband have 2 kids and another 1-year-old Italian Greyhound. Yeah. And you know she's a gay icon. I don't know if you know this, but she has been dubbed a gay icon by her fans. And you said that parents are reaching out to you. Why?
So I've had a lot of parents reach out saying that their kids have seen them so comfortable and happy watching Tika's account. It's made them feel comfortable to come out to their parents. Which has been amazing for us because we're just making fun, silly little videos with our dog, but we're reaching a bigger message here, and that's really important to us.
Love is love, Tika.
Love is love.
Yes.
Dogs don't discriminate.
Well, the new book is called Tika the Iggy, Lessons in Life, Love, and Fashion. Tell us why you wanted to do the book.
So we wrote a children's book the year our son was born, and people loved it so much, and we're requesting a coffee table book. And we were like, what's going to be the theme here? And people are always in Tika's DMs saying, Tika, what dress should I wear to prom? Tika, what do you think of my table setting for Thanksgiving? So we're like, you know what? Tika's got some wisdom. Let's share it in a little cute book. And it's the perfect size for a stocking stuffer.
Oh, and it's fabulous. There's so many good pictures in here. Great outfit inspiration.
I'm looking at Tika, who's so completely unfazed by a live audience. She's like,
not my dog.
She's like, I'm a bougie bitch, and I don't care if you all are here. This is all about me. So tell us, what is next for Tika?
You know what? I'm manifesting Met Gala. I don't think there's been a dog at the Met Gala before. I think Tika would be the...
Who here knows Anna Wintour? Anybody?
I was like, Whoopi could hit that.
There we go.
Whoopi, she's your +1.
She's your +1. She's half a +1.
Don't even get me started. Because if I would go anywhere with this stuff. First of all, she is incredibly well behaved. But when you speak about her, she does this. It's very nice to watch. And you know what, Thomas? She's brought so much joy and happiness. And I have to thank you because on the dark days that there were, she made them better for me. So I thank you.
And same for me. She gave me a purpose during the pandemic as well. So, and I just spend every day traveling the world with my dog. So what more can I ask for?
You know, thanks to Thomas Shapiro and Tika.
I want Tika to be a co-host.
Yes.
Okay, we could do well, never mind. Tika's book, Tika the Iggy, Lessons in Life, Love, and Fashion is out now. And you know what, everybody? You're so lucky because you're going home with a copy. We'll be right back. With Carla Hall. She's been stuffing us all show long. She joins us at the table now. So there's always room for dessert, apparently. So, what is this?
This is a rustic glazed carrot tart with like a loaded crumble. And I thought about carrot cake, so it has coconut and pecans and dried pineapple in the top.
And then you put carrot in there?
Yeah. All right. I know how you love your vegetables.
Oh, this is delicious.
It's really...
Love it. Now I'm going to try it.
I keep talking, you don't have to try it.
That's right. I love your show, the holiday baking show. I just think
The holiday baking championship.
it's kind of wonderful. So what can we expect coming up?
2 days ago, we had the Thanksgiving episode, and they had a pie challenge, which inspired this. So I love a teen challenge. We have a Hanukkah episode. We have like a Christmas episode. There's a Kwanzaa episode. And every time it is so amazing to see these bakers come up with ways like showcasing the holiday, but also in a really different way. It has been incredible. And we eat a lot. I eat the soup. I eat the food.
Yeah, of course. She's just eating the crust, you know.
Yeah, okay, it's good.
I ate all the carrot.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Good. Eat it.
Carla, what do you do? Carla, do you cook for? What do you do for Thanksgiving?
I cook. I love cooking for the holidays. I feel like Thanksgiving is Christmas without the presents.
Yes.
And so I love cooking. We have 13 people coming. My mom, I have some friends coming from Boston. So it's fun for me. I love the process of just doing the menu and cooking. I love it.
Oh, wow. I can't imagine.
Well,
Just eat the crust.
Just give Sarah your carrots.
Can I have your carrots?
It's so good.
but really good. Thank you for always coming to us because we love it when you do. It's always a pleasure to see you. When Pet Caller on the Holiday Baking Championship on the Food Network. Check your local listings. Again, all of these wonderful recipes are on our website. We want you all to have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. And we'll see you next time. And we want you to take a little time to enjoy the view.
Nelly life with no day. I had no harmony, a love so fine. Colors that sound like a sweet refrain. In this place of peace where hearts remain. Underneath the moon's soft glow, the symphony